friends, welcoming you again on this podium. We are running into a business week. Business week, as you know, is a period in which we call people from various segments of business, and we bring them to this forum to tell us more about them, and we get to know more about them in the process. Now, the main thing out here that we wish to highlight here is why we do it. Why do we bring the commoners here? Are they really commoners? Now, this is a question that you have to ask yourself, because this is something which we are doing very often, and people do come to us and ask. I mean, these are not the regular celebrities that you are bringing. These are commoners. Why do you bring them? So the answer to that, friends, is that we are doing this because we want to encourage you people. We want to tell you their stories so that you get encouraged by their life, by their developments, by their growth, and you try to inculcate the same in you as well. So here we go. I mean, we are going to introduce you to a guest, a very special guest, a very good friend of mine, Mr. Dushyant Bhalla, who is right now sitting just besides me. And in a short while, I'll just introduce formally to you also. Before I do that, I must tell you that he belongs to a very young generation of entrepreneurs. Now, he has learnt the traits perhaps from his father, but then he is grooming himself to become a good entrepreneur on his own. So, in the process of the interview, we'll get to know how. Dushyantji, it's great honor for us that a person like you is on our podium today. So, how are you finding it here?
Thank you, Rajeshji, for the opportunity. And well, I'm feeling great. It's one of my first interviews that I'm going through, and but yes, looking forward for it. Looking forward to tell how we do our business and how we want to grow it further so that it can actually inspire a lot of people as well.
Of course, your profile is definitely going to inspire a lot of people. I'm sure about it. Now, from here, I would definitely want to ask you how or what inspired you to follow your father's footstep?
Well, I am an engineer by default. So I've done mechanical engineering from Delhi College of Engineering, and then I've done my MBA from SPJN. So see, ultimately I realized that whatever you do in your life, sales is the only thing that you will go for. Whether you do engineering or at the end of the day you have to sell things. So if you have to sell things, then why don't you sell your own business?
True.
That's my motivation to join my dad's business. So where there's no one above you who tells you how to sell it and how much to sell it for. So if you have that opportunity that you can sell your business by yourself, definitely that's the motivation that led me to join my dad's business.
So in short, you're a marketing person.
Yeah. Everyone over in this world, I believe, is a marketing person. Everyone's selling. Even though he's a scientist making something, he's making it to sell it eventually.
Very true, absolutely. So with a matured head like that placed on your shoulders, I'm sure that you are able to carry the burden of your burgeoning company also as well. So how does it feel to be so successful at so young an age?
There's a long way to go still. I still believe that I have certain benchmarks that I need to touch, and I'm working hard for that. I'm making sure that I will reach over there. I'm taking all the steps required, doing all the sacrifices, and enjoying my life along. But yes, so there are certain benchmarks I've set for 10 years, 15 years, and 50 years from now, where I want to take my company, AABEE Resorts and Travels, along in the field of hospitality, going to some versatile situations, versatile businesses everywhere. So I'm working hard for that, along with my family support, and definitely, if you see those targets, it's it's a little difficult to go there. That's what you see it at. But if you manifest it right, if you actually think that you can do it, and you think that you have done it, you will eventually achieve it. That's what I believe in. There should be no negative thought that it's very difficult or you cannot go there. Once you think that, you'll never be able to get there.
Setting benchmarks is something which everyone should do for his business, of course, because one must know where he has to go from, where he's standing at that particular moment. But you just mentioned a word called sacrifice. So definitely for my viewers, I want to know what kind of a sacrifice a young person like you has to
Well,
make.
I'm waking up right now at 4 a.m. and going from office at around 8 or 9. So there's a time. So for me, time matters a lot. It doesn't matter the money that you're spending. What matters is the time that you're spending where. That's more important than money to me. So the time that I'm giving to my business, to my passion, or to the benchmarks, to my everywhere. So that is the sacrifice I'm doing. So it is not about what life I'm living or something like that. What I'm trying to say is that the sacrifice means the time that I'm giving to my business, waking up at 4, going through the work straightly, because different seasons have different time zones. So waking up at 4 and working till 7-8 o'clock, doing this much hard work for this timing, just to reach where I know that I'm lagging behind my benchmarks and my timelines. To catch that up, I'm doing this. So that is the sacrifice that I'm doing right now.
So what exactly is AABEE Travels all about?
Well, so we started with inbound business. We started with the Israel inbound business. Later we grew ourselves. We became ITA. So ITA is an accreditation which allows us to directly deal with the airlines. So we were close to 5th or 6th ITA in Delhi.
Yeah.
And right now there are hundreds of ITA companies in Delhi. And so we have that repo with the airlines because we have been in this industry for last 25 years now.
Okay.
Yes. And after that we started getting into more and more travel solutions. We already have 3 offices in Delhi right now, and our head office now is at Netaji Subhash Place. So we deal in all travel services. We have our in-house visa team, we have our in-house accounts, we have our direct contracting with all the holidays and the hotel guys across India and across the globe.
Dushyant ji, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you here, but there's an important question to ask also at the same time. I do acknowledge the kind of setup that you're coming from, because since you have already said that it's been 25 years long a journey for AABEE. So I'm sure most of the things were already in place when you had joined. I would definitely want to know it for my viewers here. What kind of a setup they need to get into, to get as successful as you are right now. Building an enterprise is a process which probably was completed. In your case, it was completed when you had joined. But what would you now recommend to our young viewers, how they should go about building this process of making an enterprise?
See, one thing that you have to believe in is that change is the only thing that is static in this world. So when I am joining my dad's business, I know that the change, the paradigm shift is taking place. Every day is taking in every business. So I am responsible for that paradigm shift to take place, because he has been running this business for the last 25 years, but he has been running the business the way he was running it before as well. So to bring that paradigm shift, you need the new generation over there to make your business competitive, to explore something new. Because what happens right now is, in this industry, you have to stand out to sell. You cannot sell the same thing as all 1,000 people are selling. You won't be able to sell it at the right margin, at the right profit, or the right cost you want it to be, because the big players will eat you at the end of the day. So you have to realize that you have to change very frequently. You have to change according to the market, according to the customer, and in the timeline that you have. So that paradigm shift is something where I came into picture when I joined my company. And you have to go as per what the market, you have to go one step ahead of what market is going to be. So you have to predict the future. So definitely you need the support of your backend, because that's what who's going to do the job. And I'm very grateful that I had my dad and my parents' support in this business. They supported me in each and every move I did. I actually shifted my whole business from how it was to how it is right now.
This brings us to a very interesting question, which I'm sure most of my viewers would want to know also. What exactly was the business like when you had joined, and what does it look now?
Well, when I joined, there was a team of 8 people, excluding my parents, in the business. Now we're a team of 47 people.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So this is a major difference.
There's a major difference.
And what about the structural changes? What was the structure of the company when you had joined?
So when my dad used to run the business, it was a brick and mortar shop. That's how we used to run the businesses in earlier days. So we had around 8 offices in Delhi, because the face value was required, the interaction was required. But now after the online ticketing and online packages, online hotels have come in, the brick and mortar offices were fading away. Everything can happen over email. I can deal with a client in London and US over the mail. So we didn't need that offices. So my first point was to consolidate. To utilize the resources more, we consolidated everything into one office.
It's a virtual kind of a thing now.
Yes, because everything, you can do everything over the cloud right now. You can do everything over internet right now in our business. Initially, he used to take the coupons, everything has to be delivered. Now we don't have field guys who will deliver the ticket to your office or to your home.
I am sure Travel was one of the first companies to exploit the concept of a cloud, which we call now.
Yeah.
So they were the first people or the first industry in its sense that which actually allowed the networking to happen to them.
Yeah.
Because ITA was controlling, ITA is still controlling all the major movements. So ITA had to send informations to you, and you were to flow the informations back to ITA. So all this kind of a thing needed some kind of a networking over there. So I'm quite sure that the virtual thing was definitely a big change, which probably your father must have noticed when he had started the business and when you had joined. This is one thing, definitely. But what exactly is the business looking now? Because earlier people probably weren't traveling so much as they are now. So what kind of a resource planning has been introduced to cater to this increased business flow?
Yeah, so now the market that we're looking at, the market base is increasing every day because the reachability is getting easier. So for that we are trying to get more and more team into place. We are setting up offices in different states now. We are starting a venture in Dubai soon.
Okay.
In the name of AABEE Holidays LLP, and we are starting the same in Singapore. We have plans to start in Singapore and then one in London and US as well. So we don't want to keep our company to India. We want to take it globally. We can cater to India from one office in Delhi. That's what we think. So we want to cater to a global market now, because the travel, if we do it, if you look at it, it happens everywhere. It's a commodity now.
So that's going to bring in another challenge to you, I'm sure, because more number of offices would mean more number of reliable people. So do you think the company is ready to take risks on people or freshly recruited people?
I feel that people are not the one who take a risk. It's your training which goes for a toss. So if you train your people well, if you have right systems in place, if you can tell your driver to run your company, if you have that strong systems, you don't need to rely on people. So I think you need to rely on systems. That's what I am doing right now, making systems in my company.
Okay.
I am making those systems that if I tell my homemade or my driver to come and do a ticketing part, he'll be able to do it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That is what my vision is, that you don't need people to run your company. You need systems. You need processes to run your company.
And that's very true. That's very true, sir. Absolutely. But what is going to become of Dushyant Bhalla after that? Because he is going to travel a lot, and he has his personal life as well to look after too. So how do you suppose that you're going to take out time for your personal things?
So for this thing, I'm already very busy right now. I don't have much time to take care of my family, my wife. So that's the reason I'm making these systems, so that businesses can run on autopilot. This is not Dushyant Travels, you see. I don't want it to be Dushyant Travels. I want it to be AABEE Travels.
Right.
It should run as a company. So we should not see a business as a business. We should see a whole business as a product. If you want to open AABEE Travel, you want to take my franchisee tomorrow, I can just give you the systems, or put this in place and take my franchisee, like McDonald's did. Every McDonald's give you burger in 1 minute. I want to do same service quality with AABEE. If I can open 10 AABEE, with now McDonald's owner, he is not going to every McDonald's to run the business.
So are you trying to hint upon a brand being established out of AABEE?
Yes, that's the ultimate aim. I want it to be a very big brand in travel terms, in the hospitality industry, because we are also looking for versatile options in the industry and all. So in the hospitality industry, we are trying to figure out some options right now as well. We also had some resorts initially, so we are trying to get back to that business along with it. And so in the terms of hospitality industry, wanted to be a big brand. I wanted to be a brand name for the best service quality in the globe, actually.
So, being a man of today, I mean, today's generation, today's times, what role do you think is digital marketing playing in establishing a brand?
Well, as I spoke, with digital marketing, your reachability is very easy. Imagine initially when my dad started this business, the only reachability he had was the person he knew by face. There were no telephones as well. Right now, I can contact anyone in Russia, in US or London with just a click.
I'm sure that is the digital networking that we are talking about right now. What I was referring to was digital branding kind of a thing, you know, because this is as you have just rightly put that the things have changed because of technology. So there has a lot of change been brought in by the digital marketing segment also. Now the digital marketing segment is actually putting you on top of the web. So what kind of a role are you thinking? Are you going to adopt such policies in future? Because or if I put it in a simpler manner, what kind of branding things are you looking at this moment?
Well, at this moment, I'm trying to reach maximum the customers. Definitely, digital marketing is on our top priority list to start with, and because it gets you reach to, if a person is in Kerala who is searching for a ticket from Kerala to US, and we have a certain good deal with that airline, so I can actually promote that on digital marketing. Correct me if I'm wrong over there.
No, absolutely, you are correct. Absolutely.
Yes. So I can cater to the global need sitting in Delhi. So that is the change that digital marketing has.
This question was prompted because this got triggered in me, because when you mentioned that you wish to have AABEE established as a brand, so establishing a particular name as a brand takes a lot. It involves a lot of procedures as well. So I was just trying to know from you what are procedures you are going to follow out of the whole gamut of it available.
Well, right now I'm focusing on, my focus is not on building that brand. Right now my focus, as I told you, was making the systems. For building a brand, definitely digital marketing, PR teams, newspaper ads, and going global is what is on our top list as well. But right now what I'm trying to do is get a company, the base level done, so that we can handle that much amount of business in the future as well. Getting that service quality that whenever you request for a ticket, for a holiday package, for a group package, for an association or a school group, it happens the same way that it should be. There is no delay anywhere. There is no service quality issue anywhere.
This is precisely what I was coming to, because all travel agencies, all travel companies, they work on guidelines.
Yes.
So they have fixed parameters to work upon. So, but then all the companies are different from each other also at the same time. So how are you different from your contemporaries or competitors?
So we are a little different by the other travel agencies, because number one, that we aim for the service quality and the best price that we can give you. Along with that, we have an office that is 24 hours, and to give you that service quality that I'm talking about, it's not that I'm just speaking service quality and we don't have any system or process to do it. We have a turnaround time for every query that we process. That is not very common in all the travel agencies. It's mostly a pop and mom shop company that's running, so they do it according to themselves. So we have a turnaround time for every query that we get. So you have to get that reply from our team, from our staff during that turnaround time for your query. So that is how we ensure that we give you the best service quality, because over here the product is not ours. We are not airlines. We are service providers. All our job is to give you the service 24 hours at the best service quality 365 days around the year. I have one office which is 24 hours, cater to all your needs, hotel bookings, holidays, all your ticketing. Even if you have to fly the very moment at 3 o'clock in the morning, we're there for you. There is a helpline number who can do it for you. So that is something that where we stand out. We are there with you for all your travel needs all the time. So not where every company is there.
Now this is bringing me to another very exciting question here. This is for my knowledge, of course. See, what you have just mentioned out here is the service aspect of your business, that your turnaround time is probably lesser than the other companies and all that. So it's good in a way, but most of the companies, they are known for doling out some good packages also So is that what your company also is engaged in? I mean, do you make packages, frame packages?
Yes, so we're into fixed departures. We're very competitive with the market as well, and we market that as well through most of the WhatsApp groups. We are still to get to digital marketing for that. I know there is a great amount of business that's hanging in for us through digital marketing. But yes, right now we're doing it through WhatsApp group. We are associated with some of the associations where we float those packages to get us the customers, and the packages are very competitive. So like they are the packages which actually aims to take the common man to Thailand, to Malaysia, Singapore, to Australia. So the packages are priced for 3-4 star hotels, and they're priced very economically.
Okay.
So, and again, now the product is here, like mostly everyone is in the same price bracket in our industry. The difference is hardly 1,000-2,000 rupees per person. There's nothing more than that. But if you actually bring your experience and your service quality into that, so you save a lot of time and a lot of money for people in indirect ways, because we are so our USP is that we are a one-stop solution for all travel services.
Right.
We have our own visa team. We are IATA for ticketing. We are hotel consolidators, and then we have our hotel packages. We don't do anything from any of the Indian vendors. We have direct contracting with all the premium Oberois, Marriotts, and the SPGs. So that is where we stand out. Like, we are a one-stop shop consolidator for all your travel needs. So there is no delay in happening. Everything happens at a click.
Yeah. So, sir, it was great talking to you. Great knowing about your company. But we still do not know much about Mr. Dushyant Bhalla. So this is what I would want to know for my young viewers again, because once they know the kind of personality which is driving AABEE to greater levels and greater heights, they definitely would get impressed and get encouraged and inspired as well. So do tell us something about your own personality, your hobbies, what you are engaged in. I mean, you just said that you get up at 4 in the morning, but then what is the routine?
Yeah, well, right now it's mostly work that I get into, but yes, I'm an engineering student by default. So I've done mechanical engineering, and then I did my job in US for 2 years. From there I joined my dad's business. I did a MBA from SP Jain. So I believe in the system that whatever you're doing, give it your 100%. When I was doing engineering, I actually was 100% into my engineering. I built a car, went to London to race a car. I was the lead driver for that car as well.
Wow.
So we built that own car for the Formula student, and we stood third in design all over the globe. So that was an achievement that we did. So I believe in that I believe a lot in manifestation that ways. If you want something to happen, if you really want something to happen, that will happen.
That will happen.
All the universe will try and make it happen for you.
That's a famous dialogue also.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm sure. But since you have put that into practice, it applies. It is very much your own, frankly speaking.
Yeah.
So with this, we come to the conclusion of this interview. It was so nice having you here with us, and you spoke about how you have built your company from what it was 25 years ago and what it is now. So it was definitely a very good and inspiring journey to know about, and I'm sure that our viewers must have learned a lot from the kind of personality that you are. And from here, I would now want to address my viewers who are watching this interview. Friends, now you know, I mean, that why commoners actually are the celebrities, because in a way these are the people who are making the future of the country. These are the people who are actually trying to create a base at this very moment. So definitely all the others, I mean all the people who are there on the silver screen entertaining us, they are enjoying all the benefits which are actually being created because of the foundations that these guys have built. So they are as good and as great a celebrity as probably our Bollywood heroes or our politicians. So with this, I'd like to come to the conclusion of this interview. I hope that you have liked what we shared today, and you definitely send us your love by pressing the subscribe button which is there on your screen right now. So I bid adieu here. I would definitely want to come back to you with interesting personality in my next interview. Till then, thank you.